police in South Korea agree their response to the Itaewon crush was subpar. The Itaewon crush emergency response was inadequate, according to South Korea's police head, marking the first time that officials have admitted that they could have prevented it. Yoon Hee-koin said he felt limitless responsibility concerning public safety as cries for accountability grew. A thorough probe, he pledged. Lee Sang-min, the Interior Minister, also expressed regret for the event that left 152 people injured and 156 dead. It occurred on Saturday night when thousands gathered to celebrate Halloween without restrictions for the first time since COVID in an alley in Seoul's famed nightlife neighborhood, Itaewon. According to Mr. Yoon, despite receiving multiple calls warning them of the severity of the situation before the accident, the police failed to act. According to Seoul Police, the first contact to South Korea's emergency number occurred at 18:34 local time, which was hours before the fatal crush, and there were another 10 calls sent over the course of the following 3.5 hours. The police chief called the response disappointing by the cops, to determine if the right course of action was taken after receiving the calls and whether the cops had behaved correctly. They would undertake a speedy and rigorous thorough inquiry. Lee Sang-min, the Interior Minister, apologized to the public in front of the National Assembly. "It is very sad for me as a father who has a son and daughter. It is difficult to express in words how unreal this situation is, and it is difficult to accept this situation," he said. The remarks from Mr. Yoon and Mr. Lee come in response to mounting public calls for accountability. However, some officials have made an effort to depict it as an accident that cannot simply be attributed to anybody. In comparison to pre-COVID gatherings, the police claim to have deployed more cops for this year's Halloween celebrations. A legislator noted on Tuesday that no particular requests for the police to handle crowd control and safety had been made because the party had no primary organizer. "It's impossible to ask for legal responsibility, as nobody was responsible," remarked People's Power Party leader Yoo Song-byum on a local radio station. Later, during a conference for international media, Prime Minister Han Duck-soo appeared to reiterate this statement, claiming it was difficult to have safety control in advance for a situation without a planner. He said that the administration will only consider the accountability problem following a full examination into the reasons. However, President Yoon Suk-yeol said on Tuesday that the episode highlighted the value of crowd control and the paucity of relevant studies in South Korea. He suggested the deployment of drones and other digital capabilities to manage crowds at future events, saying that it is more essential to think about people's safety than quibbling about whether the event had an organizer or not. Even before the event, President Yoon was dealing with increasing political pressure and declining popularity. According to police, in order to handle massive anti-government rallies on Saturday night, they were forced to divert some of their resources to other parts of the city.